harmful content.
Yeah, we will put a little title card in between the questions and different things where that might need to be, so if you do still want to watch, you can skip through. But please, if you do think this is something that you're not ready to listen or watch, please don't worry, catch the next episode, and that's fine by us. Just
the next episode
yourself.
is a bit lighter.
Yes.
So, not a little bit, it's a much lighter. So,
and we're sending you lots of love if that is a content that's a bit difficult for you.
Ready?
Who's that? Can you do an impression of me?
No.
I'm gonna do a really good one of you.
No, thank you.
Let it rest! Let it rest!
But you still don't let it rest. I don't ever pat my head like that. It's only when I have the wig, fam. I haven't had the wig for a long time.
Where's mine?
Annie. Do you think?
Do you though?
Do you?
Do you?
Why you never answer the question?
That's quite good, that one. That bit. That's not how I say that.
I know.
Who's that? Who's that? Who's that?
I don't know how to explain this one to you. Old friend of an old friend. Oh my god, I did send it. Yeah.
Well, if someone let me buy some lights, we wouldn't have this issue.
Yeah, because remember when we said we were gonna order and you said, it's just the lighting.
No, actually.
Because I said I'm gonna order,
because next time we're gonna be in a hotel. But nobody wants to be in a hotel with me.
I was ready. Yes, I was dying.
Oh no, that's gonna smack you in the face at some point, and I want my treat. So if I laugh, please.
That could actually hold.
Or stand it in there.
No.
Stand it in there.
No. I think we are good.
Yeah. Do you think that is better?
Babes. Anyway, it's the best way.
Well, I don't know about that. Who's that?
The same person!
I love slushies. Annie got me this. What are we cheersing to?
Cheers to the 4th episode of Objection, Overruled. Brain freeze. Brain fog. Brain. I know.
Your Honour, yet again, the respondent has failed to comply with the court's directions.
No, of course, yes, I can totally answer some questions. Let me just... Where's Annie?
Your Honour, it is clear from the applicant's statement that there is significant history of abuse.
So nice to meet you. Oh my god. I gotta take this one, guys. It's my agent.
Objection.
Overruled.
Your Honour, I do apologise, and I mean no disrespect to the court, but I request an urgent adjournment. Hey guys, it's Annie and Beth.
And you're listening to Objection
Overruled. So sit tight
and buckle up.
Hey guys, we're back. Listen, I hold my hands up. I hold
nothing up because I've been ready to be here.
I hold my hands up, and
they're not up.
They're up because yes, we had to have a little 1 week,
hiatus,
2 week.
Who's
break.
counting?
Clearly, you guys are.
Stop texting us,
guys. I'm a humble girl. Of course, I want my full life to be,
full.
My full life, my whole life, my life.
Yeah.
But guys, I'm gonna be real with you. I'm also a working girly.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what I mean? And
sometimes you're busy, sometimes busy is you.
Busy is me. That's what it was.
Annie busy.
Anywho, so unfortunately, guys,
we're sorry.
Work had grabbed me.
Is it too late now to say?
Sorry, I do apologize, guys. We are back, and we have been brainstorming. Don't take these weeks as just us chilling and doing nothing and just doing bundles. Nah, we've genuinely been sitting down, brainstorming about the next few episodes. Because you know the last episode, if you haven't watched it, go watch it. was actually a very good episode, you know. Definitely, in our eyes, one of the best.
I think so.
I think so too, but we don't know. You guys got to tell us what you
Yeah,
have
you
been.
got to leave a comment.
Leave a
The
comment.
comment section's looking a bit empty.
Sparse. Dry. Sahara. Desert. Do you know what I mean? But at the same time, I get all the feedback in person. Do you know what I mean? A lot of people, they're like, I've watched you, I've seen you. And, you know, we're suddenly popping up on people's reels.
That is us. We will just pop about nowhere.
Do you know what I
like
mean?
a penis.
Wow! Today's topic is on...
Healing.
Yeah, we just thought this is quite a good topic to divulge into, just because it kind of links on through... Why are you already laughing? Is it divulge? What's killing you?
Carry on. Sorry. I'm going to clip that. Carry on.
Anyway, again, yes, so it's generally such a good topic.
Sorry.
What is making you laugh? It's divulge. I fucking knew it. You haven't heard me use that word before. Pepper. I ain't the pepper.
Annie really upset me once because I'm sorry. I don't know if can I say that?
Yeah, you can.
I hate Peppa Pig.
It's very controversial.
No, I really, if you know me, I really, really hate this fucking pig. I hate her. And Annie said to me, you would be a really good Peppa Pig, you would.
I said she'll be a great voice actor for Peppa Pig.
When have you heard me speak and thought, that's how
I heard you
Peppa
speak
Pig
all the
sounds
time.
like she's had a cold since she came out of her mum.
Listen, babes, I think you have to use... Every child loves Peppa Pig.
Not me.
Then you're the anomaly. You're going to laugh at that word too. Yeah, I bloody thought so.
Anyway, healing.
It's quite a deep topic as well. Like, you know, you can... Again, you heal from many different things. Like, you can heal from trauma, breakups, literally physical healing. You've had an operation, you've had whatever... Spiritual healing, healing from someone passing away, just healing as in to find yourself, which I think is sometimes with this life of ours, you know, for everyone, I think everyone gets a bit lost on the way.
Tough times.
Tough time, what is it? Tough people never last? No, tough times never last.
Tough people
do.
never last.
But yeah, stronger shoulder.
I love you. Do you love me? What's been your biggest healing journey? What's been the hardest? What's
Sorry,
been the
I had to
hardest
get
one
myself
for you?
comfortable. Oh, guys, shout out. No, I think there's been many different things that I've had to heal from. Physically heal from like surgeries due to like, you know, like stress, guys. Stress, again, this will lead into it. Stress is a very key thing, and I think stress can lead to your health. And if you don't listen to your body, a lot of the times, especially because we're young, we'll turn around and we'll be like, yeah, it's whatever, we just keep it stepping. Like Beth knows my favorite phrase is keep it stepping.
If I have to step any more steps than I've stepped in the last couple of months, I might as well be wet. I need some ice skates. Ice
They
skates.
don't really step though.
Exactly, so I
should have
can
said that ice-
glide my way through.
Yeah, fair enough, fair play.
I feel like I'm on fucking stilts, trying to step.
If you guys don't listen to your body, and you don't listen to what it is that you need, self-care is very important. I'm still learning that to this day when it comes to like taking breaks, you know, especially with work, eating properly, eating on time, you know,
Eating enough,
you know, but
sleeping.
well, just call me out.
I am sleeping, eating. Also, like, you know,
Not just working 24/7.
Yeah, you have a lot of shit that you have to do all the time.
I'm a busy woman, guys. Busy woman.
You are actually probably the busiest person I know.
Damn.
On like 3 hours of sleep. She's like, yeah, I'm going here, and then I've got to do this, and then when I get home, I've got to finish some work. And I know it's a Saturday. I know blah, 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 blah. And I've eaten just a carrot today. A carrot.
I've healed from like someone passing, someone close to you passing, you know, loved ones passing. So my dad passed away in 2013. So I was I had just turned 12, and my brother was like,
that is probably the worst age.
I know, because
I know
I was
there's
in year
no
7.
age though when a parent passes away. That's because like you can think of it from all times. Like when you're really really young. Like I have a friend and his mum passed away when he was like 2.
Yeah.
And then you're like, well,
You don't really know.
Yeah.
You don't get to know him as
and
much.
then
Or her.
12 for me though is like that's a
Yeah.
real development stage where you
I
really
do think
understand.
so.
But then as an adult, it's hard as well, isn't it? Because
Yeah,
you've
'cause
lived
you've had
so much
all-
life with them.
Exactly. That time I was in year 7.
Aww.
All right.
Annie.
It's all right. It's all right.
I'm thinking about like
Little Annie.
little year 7, like year 7. That's
If we're talking about healing from like a loved one passing, there's, as you said, there's no age where losing someone who's close to you, you love, is gonna be easy. As you said, like I was even speaking with my friend Innocent, shout out Inno. Basically like you know, like healing from things like that is that you can heal but the scar remains.
it's gonna be always there, isn't it?
Yeah, it will always be a reminder. Like even yesterday when we're filming, well, we're filming today. Today's 28th. Yesterday was my dad's birthday, and like,
Why didn't you tell me?
it's all right. It's all right because as time goes on, it becomes
No,
like,
but I wish you told me that.
it's all right, babes. Don't listen to her, guys. Cause there's but
No, I'm really angry with you now. We have to go back to the friendship episodes.
I just
want
want to drink my milkshake.
You should have told me that.
Love you. Like losing someone, it's never easy. I would say time.
Yeah.
I know people used to say like, oh, but like especially when my dad had passed away, and I started to hear like they're like time fixes all, you know.
No,
and,
you just
like,
learn to live with it.
you're
That's
just-
what it is.
it's
Every
generally
day
like that.
is learning to
live with it 100%. And I think as well, like people deal with grief in different ways. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Some people, it takes for them to cry all the time. I think when I first found out my dad had passed away, I was, as I said, look guys, I was in year 7, and like when I was informed that it had happened, I didn't really cry, I'll be real with you, and I didn't
So
cry.
weird, the reaction, isn't it? Like,
I didn't
yeah.
cry. Like maybe like I promise you guys, maybe like 1-2 tears like dropped.
Do you know what probably
And then-
is? You were probably trying to actually
I was in shock.
even comprehend it, because when my granddad passed away, I know it's very different.
No,
but-
it's not. If he's a loved one, he's a loved one.
yeah, but it's different to like a parent. But my granddad was like, you know how I say about my granddad, but when he passed away, I had a very weird reaction. I remember, I'm sure I told you at his funeral as well, I was like not crying, but
That's the
everybody
thing.
was crying, everyone was
That is
crying.
exactly
and
what
I think
happened.
we are very similar people
Yeah.
where we're like, well shit then, everyone's crying.
Shit, then, and like, you got to be strong. You got to be the strong one for everyone. Do you
Yeah.
know what I mean? Because everyone's expecting you now. Because that's how it is. Like you're now, in my circumstance, I was now the second parent. Do you know what I mean? I had to be strong for my mom. I got to be strong for my brother. My brother was younger at that time. And yeah, so you kind of take that on board, and I think it helps you develop as a person as well. How you do it, because like.
Yeah.
You know, like I think
shoulder.
shoulder. But also it means like I guess sometimes our mannerisms come across as more mature than we actually are, to do with our age, because of those things you experience when you're a bit younger. Whereas
You
some
are
people,
very mature.
I don't know about that.
You are very mature. Don't sell yourself that way. You not selling well.
Well, sell myself. Anyone want to pay? I got holiday nails, guys. I told you about my nails.
This is crazy behaviour.
No, actually, since we started this, look at my nails, guys. Not once. What is this?
It's offensive at this point.
It's genuinely. I think different people have different coping mechanisms as well.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Especially from grief. Some people, they're like, they just shut themselves away.
Can't talk about
They
it.
can't talk about it. They won't talk about it at all. You wouldn't even bother to even address them on something, because
Yeah.
game over. Some people, they go to like group sessions, group therapies, you know, counseling, everything.
Try and understand.
Exactly. That's also one thing. Other people, they find people they can relate to.
Yeah.
You know. I'm trying to think what other ways.
Sometimes you just like there's at the end of the day there's nothing you can do anyway really to make that feel better. It's just a case of, like you say, growing with it, especially at 12.
Stronger shoulder.
You're such an amazing person.
Oh, what's yes, everyone. Do you know what? Do you know what's one thing that I do say though is that this is such a I guess it's such a scary thing to say, but I've come to terms with it, is that the one thing in this world that is certain is death. And it's such a sad phrase. Like, as much as we don't want to.
This is why, guys,
it,
life is short.
life is really
if
short.
If you love someone,
grab them.
If you hate someone,
push them away.
If you need someone,
pull them closer. Listen,
you never know what's gonna happen.
You heard me. Listen.
Why aren't you listening? Was that good? Was that good?
It was fantastic.
You
say it to you in plain English.
Tell them you love them.
Tell them you love them.
But can you do it with the ear?
Tell them you love them. Please. Because life is very short, and I think guys keep on forgetting that, you know, anything can happen at any given moment. It just takes a split of 1 second.
You never know.
And I think we need to take life, you know.
I love you.
I love you more.
But I do tell you all the time. But that's why I say it. I feel like a lot of people think and this is an annoying thing, it takes novelty away sometimes for some people when you say I love you all the time. But literally, I don't give a fuck. I will tell everybody I love them, even probably when I'm not supposed to. You never know. You really, really never, ever, ever know. And
that goes for the grudges as well. Do you know what I mean? I know us girls, you know, don't get me wrong, I feel like, again, with guys, they kind of like, sometimes they just brush it off, or if it does, they like kind of like push it down, and then they don't really say anything, they keep it stepping. Us girls, I know us girls know how to hold grudges for like months, years, centuries, like all of that thing. And truly, like, as you get older and you realise that life is actually short, like, you don't have to necessarily
forgive.
Like, you don't necessarily have to, I would say, you
be
don't
okay with it.
Yeah, you don't have to necessarily be okay with them or whatever, but for your own sake, to release this like burden on your heart, I think it is necessary sometimes to actually just like let the grudges go for your own peace of mind, you know, because all it's doing is draining you. Do you know what I mean? It's generally just draining you. And if that person's done you dirty, well, then all you have to tell yourself is that that's a reflection on them, not you. Do you know what I mean? That's a reflection on them, not you. You're looking at me like you love me.
I do love you.
But
should we turn it off?
They ain't ready for that.
No, I have to cut that out.
Some people may say, what is the point in healing? Like, I've heard people say, like, what's the point in healing yourself?
That was one of the questions we had.
Healing.
That is
wild.
You're at the bottom if you're thinking that. At
you
the
are bottom, and we need to get you back up, my darling.
But the thing is, you know, none of us asked to be here, did we?
No one.
But here we are, all alone in this car. Couldn't be us without a singing video. Every single time.
No.
You gotta heal. You don't have to do major work if you don't want. Some people want simple life. Have simple life. Find things you like. Get a job you like. Easy job. And get some cats. That's my biggest thing. If you are down, if you are feeling sad, down, or lonely, whatever it is, get a pet. Get an animal.
If you're not allergic, of course, because some people, like even me, I have, you know, me, my asthma.
Yeah, but we're getting only a frog.
Your frog.
Your frog.
Your frog.
Say it.
No, I'm not swearing.
What about the other episodes then?
What episodes?
What did we touch out here?
Legally deaf and legally deaf. If you're not allergic and whatever, even if you look for like not hairless, short-haired cats, hairless if you want.
Bald pussy.
I can't lie, the bald cats are scary. They're scary. A bald pussy, yeah. They are bloody scary. I actually, oh my god.
Yeah. I just wonder what it feels like to hold them.
It looks.
It's okay.
It looks like I don't even want to say what it looks like, but it looks crazy.
A pet is a companion that's going to be there whenever, wherever.
Yeah, I won't lie. It's
true. They're always happy to see you. Like, you could be the worst person in the world. That cat is going to love the shit out of you. Maybe not a cat. A dog.
I like cats.
A dog is going to love you forever.
I'm more cat person than me. When I got the opportunity to cat sit one of my friend's cat for a while, and like it was generally one of the best things that could have happened to me. I literally had to say best like 10 times, but it was generally
I love
just
animals
that good.
so
like,
much.
I wasn't really like an animal person like that per se. But then afterwards, it was like I would come home like from work. It's actually like having a child, isn't it? You'll come home from work, they're there, you see them, they're running to you. You can't even go to the bathroom in peace. They're following you by the leg, like the cat's trailing along. I'll be like, I want to piss. Can I piss in peace? No, she's there, like and like especially when they're in that mood where they want to just snuggle up with you. It's generally so cute. Like if you can get a pet. I would recommend getting a pet.
Maybe someone will get you one.
You know, it's true. Maybe someone can get you one, because either way, even if you pets at home, I think that's what it's called, pets for home, pets at home.
Which one?
No, the ones where there's a website, Pets for Home.
Yeah, but also, guys, adopt
one.
There's so many animals that need help and need care. There's so many. Literally, if you go on the RSPCA, the amount of dogs, cats, fish, guinea pigs, rabbits,
Fish is crazy.
horse, all sorts on there that need homes. So
This is the RSPCA representative, guys. If you didn't know, get to know.
get your musty hands off of me.
My hands aren't musty. Don't ever come for my hands again.
Until they've got a manicure, I don't want to know.
It's number one, it's to actually relieve, as I said, that burden on yourself, to also better yourself. Do you know what I mean? So that you can actually attract the right type of energy. Because I think people forget this, you know, the type of energy that you're giving off, unfortunately, that's also the type of energy that you will also attract.
Yeah.
So if you're giving broken, you know, not bothered, disrespected, like low self-esteem, that type of energy, then unfortunately the type of people that you're attracting will also view you like that. They're more likely to take advantage, unfortunately, because that's how cruel this world is. And yeah, they just want to surround themselves with like-minded people who also don't want to better themselves. So for yourself, definitely heal, you know.
Guys, you are supposed to enjoy life.
Yeah.
It's not supposed to be that hard. I know life comes with hardships, but you are supposed to enjoy it. There's supposed to be parts of it that make it worth it, you know. And if you haven't got them, they will come. They're on the way. You just gotta think.
Pull through. But also, I know you might be like, why do I want to heal when other people around me are broken? Well, unfortunately, people are just building in and fitting into that cycle of brokenness. Like, broke people on, like, not actually broke people. Remember I said last time, date within your means, but no. Broken people are, you know, going into relationships, for instance, or making friendships with people who are, you know, who have spent time healing themselves or are in a good place, and then because they haven't, they kind of, as you said with the energy thing, they bring that person down to match that energy down there. And of course you're probably thinking, well, if they're broken and they've now broken me, why should I bother? But
sometimes the other way can happen. Somebody can be broken, and that you can meet somebody that's like a really good friend, and you think, oh,
yeah, of course,
thank God.
Of course, I do agree. But of course I'm talking about vice versa. Like, if you've gone in and you've brought someone down and you're thinking, well, if they've broken me, I should just go and break other people.
Oh, what?
Then that's not how you should be looking at life, because at the end of the day, you shouldn't be
it's never going to make you feel better bringing somebody else down.
It actually doesn't. Like, maybe temporarily you might be like, oh, you know what, I've gone and I've hurt this person as much as they've hurt me. But if you're generally not that type of person, you're actually just breaking your character, you know, just to stoop down to someone's level. That doesn't now heal. That doesn't not heal you. That doesn't now make you feel any better about yourself. Like, you're just creating an endless cycle of broken people. For what reason? Because someone's hurt you. Be the change. Be the better person. Like, it's not by force that you've got to. I know people are there like, why should I take the high road? Yada 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 yada. Because why wouldn't you want to take the high road? It's actually just that simple. Like,
who doesn't want to be a good person?
Yeah, like, if you want to be an arsehole, then fine, be an arsehole. It will put you in a better place mentally, as well, and you will see the point in living. Like, I know sometimes, as we said, life can come and throw so many different obstacles at you,
and you're allowed to have your time.
Yeah, 100%.
With it, that's part of the healing process. Is to feel everything, go right through it, and you come out the other side, and you're like, okay, I gave myself a minute. Not a minute, obviously, but I gave myself a minute. I've felt it. Now I want to feel better. Now that there has to be a point where you do say to yourself, okay, I actually do want to feel better, you know. I think people might be thinking I don't have my crosses, and I don't know, people might look and think, what crosses have you got sitting on a podcast on YouTube? Believe me, there's crosses there in different ways, different crosses, right?
Many a cross.
But you know, when it's really, really difficult, you won't see it, but there will be a point where you've let yourself feel everything, and then you say, okay, well, even if it's something tiny, what can I do to feel better? Because I can't. The thing of feeling like the world, that's what it's like. It's like the world's gonna end, isn't it? And it can be anything. You can have like lost someone, broken up with someone, it doesn't even have to be about people. It could just be about how you feel about yourself, which is a major thing to go into, like, you know, rebuilding self-esteem and like how you view yourself and all of those things. But there has to be a turning point where you think, and you deserve that. You deserve to have that change. You deserve to enjoy life.
And I know sometimes there's some people who could be watching this who are just sitting there thinking like, I don't see a light at the end of the tunnel, like I'm just constantly going through darkness. I'm telling you, finding different healing and coping mechanisms, it helps day by day, because if we're going to go into the topic of like different coping mechanisms for healing, some people use things such as like gym, you know, going to the gym.
Oh,
like,
I love it.
Which is actually like quite good. I've recently started trying to go back into the gym, you know, because not only is it good for your health, it's good for your mental state as well. Do you know what I mean? To clear your headspace.
It releases the good
endorphins.
hormones.
Is it endorphins or something like that?
My thing is, I haven't done it in a long time, but I love going horse riding.
Oh,
stuff like,
couldn't catch me doing that. What
no,
the
but
hell?
stuff like that is like, do something where you have to completely focus on the thing you're doing, so you're out of the other headspace. And you know, when you're around a horse, your heart rate syncs to theirs. That's why they're such calming animals. Oh, I really thought you'd like that, and you're freaking
that is so cute. That is so cute.
I love
I've
horses.
seen horses. They're cute. Their breath stinks though, but they're cute.
Well,
Yoga's a lovely one.
exercise,
you know?
Running, go on a run. Oh, I love a run. My body's not giving run right now.
Run. The only time I run is for the bus,
no,
and even
there's
then,
another
I don't even run for the bus, because the bus drivers in London, they drive off. They don't care. You're now embarrassed. God forbid you trip.
Or like, it doesn't have to be exercise.
Creative. Something creative.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know.
Pottery painting. I do that with my friends.
Or like knitting, crochet. There's some people out here.
Painting.
I have quite a few friends, you know, how to crochet.
If you've got an interest like music,
Music,
if
I
you
love
play
it,
an
guys.
instrument.
Guys, I'll always say this, and if I ever have children, I will say this to them. I will always try and get them to learn an instrument.
Yeah.
For me, like, I play quite a few, but for me, it's piano. I love piano. Like, piano will always hit a different spot. Like, and I think piano is such a calming.
Guitar.
Yeah,
Oh,
I didn't learn the guitar. I wish I did.
It's so easy.
Yeah, maybe I'll
no,
learn.
it's not easy. I
Maybe
don't know
I'll
why I
learn.
said that, because it's not easy. It would be easy for you, is what I mean.
Hope so. But yeah, I think music, even listening to music, is such a different. I think music is such a good outlet. Do you know what I mean? Like, there's so many music that will just relate to whatever circumstances that you're going
get a
through.
Spotify account, make a playlist. I've got like 500 Spotify playlists. Anytime I'm feeling
that deep.
It is that deep. I am that person.
I can tell.
Every time I'm feeling something, I'll make a playlist. And it's like a thing, like I will listen to it, and it really does make me feel better. And I think also, if you can see somebody's going through something as well, that's a really lovely thing to do for someone.
Oh yeah. Okay, as in creating them a playlist. I think that is lovely, to be honest. And like, as I said, listening to music is lovely. Also, like, outside of these, like, you know, creative things and this, some people like rediscover their faith. Do you know what I mean? That's also another thing. Like, for me, guys, I'm Catholic, if you guys already don't know, or Christian, Catholic, whatever you want to call it. And rediscovering your faith, like, especially like, for example, if you lose someone close to you.
Yeah.
I think for me, when my dad did pass away, he was already like quite active in the church and all of those things. And at that time, I was quite active in the church as well. I did like altar serving, singing in the choir. You know, like, what's wrong with you? It's not everything.
Love you. Really
Sitting
love
in the
you.
choir, whatever. And then my church family were like a community. Like, they had already known me since I was born, basically, because they knew my family, they knew all of that. And then, of course, because they knew my dad very well, and I was always, me and my dad, like this, so they already knew me. So they literally grew me up. Like, that's how it was. So rediscovering your faith, like, sometimes, you know, just the faith, like, and the hope, knowing that, like, cool, I've lost someone, but like, there is hope that I'm going to see that person again, you know. And I know a lot of people, there's many questions with religion and stuff like that, but I think a lot of people do find peace in the fact that there's like some things that, like, there is a greater power out there. Some things, you know, you just got to let things be sometimes, because there is a plan. And then we might not see it now. And one thing I've noticed as well, it could just be like you know, some people might say it's just a universe, it's just manifesting, whatever. Of course, for me, it's my faith and what I believe in. But of course, things such as like, every time I'm going through like a dark phase in life, or like struggles or tribulations or crosses to bear, whatever you want to call it, and I say, okay, cool, and let's say I pray about it. When I look at where I am now, don't get me wrong, we're going through my crosses. We're going through my crosses. My crosses are going through. But when I go and reflect a couple of years ago, everything that I have actually prayed for has come to pass. Like, everything I've prayed for has come to pass.
But please also, this woman worked really hard for everything she's got.
Yeah.
So don't just think you can go, give me it, please. Sometimes it works. Sometimes it works.
Sometimes, a lot of the times, don't get me wrong, there's a lot of things I haven't got yet.
Yeah.
But I know that it will come. And also, people need to also understand that prayers aren't just instantaneous. Sometimes it takes time, and it's not.
You never sow the seed the day you sow the seed. You never harvest the fruit the day you sow the seed.
I don't know what's quite you.
You know what they say? Like, it's like putting a seed in the ground. You don't get the fucking veg or whatever it is you're planting that day. If you plant a flower,
she's trying.
You don't get it that day. You don't harvest the fruit the day you sowed the seed.
Don't worry, it's all right. She's trying, guys. Bless her. But yeah, like, sometimes some prayers, as Beth said, they come. Sometimes it just happens. Sometimes it can just be that the timing is right, and people have to remember that not everything will happen in the timing that you want. Sometimes though, you can't just pray and think, "Fium," like it's just gonna be there. Sometimes you have to actually work hard alongside it.
Rome weren't built in a day.
It's facts. Rome, it was not built in a day. And also, like, things don't just fall into your lap. Sometimes you actually got to work alongside it, and when it happens, it happens. But yeah, that's just to do with like
me. I'm a manifester.
She is a manifester.
I am actually christened.
Yeah, she is.
And he keeps telling me I need to be christened again, but I am actually christened, and I grew up in church also. Believe it or not, guys, I did too, in Sunday school every Sunday, because my nan ran the Sunday school. But I would say more so I am very spiritual, though I do think when everybody's really down and out and you think, fucking hell, what am I going to do now? A lot of people do say a little prayer.
They do. You know that song? I know Sam
Smith.
Smith.
A little prayer for yo. Got
Crazy.
the wrong one.
Sorry. No, I do like that song. Say a little prayer for you.
I remember my mum and dad, they made a vision board and they put all these different things on there. And they have everything that's on there. I put something on there as well. I have it. I just think it's a similar. It's the same thing, the same like energy thing that you're putting out there, but it's just called something different, really. Now, healing from human to human pain could be family, could be friends, relationships, could be just a stranger that said something to you that's hurt you one day. It could be, not too deep like that. How to heal from that? Well,
I hope this don't fall.
Yeah, that's really...
It's good. It's been doing well so far.
Okay.
If it hits me well, then that's great content.
I would say, you know me. We said this in the friendship episode. We will just, I think a bit me more than you, but stay until there's no stay left.
No, I say me, but I just have...
But I think
levels.
that it does get to a point where you have to say, okay, I've been so concerned about this hurt I feel, or this person, this bond I'm losing, or whatever. You have to get to some point where you say, right, I have to think about myself now.
Yeah, I've got to protect my peace.
Because who's looking after me? Who's looking out for me?
Yeah.
And you have to figure out ways to, even if it's just setting boundaries for yourself and different things like that.
Your peace is not dependent on someone else. Your peace has to be dependent on yourself.
Protect your heart.
At the end of the day, each life stage or whatever it is that you go through, good or bad, you should take it as a lesson. Do you know what I mean? You should take it always as a lesson. What you've learned from it, reflect on it, because it's very easy, especially if
don't want the same lesson again.
Yeah, do you know what I mean? It's if you for example have gone through whatever it is, let's say a friendship breakup, a relationship breakup, something, whatever it might be, and then you're kind of in this stage where you're like, oh, let's say if someone has done you dirty and you're like, well, there's nothing for me to reflect on. No, pause, hold on a minute. Generally, pause and hold on a minute, because you need to reflect on it, because you can reflect on the things that either potentially you could have done differently, because no one is perfect, we have to remember that.
Yeah.
You could have reflected on what signs you could have seen beforehand for your own self, so that again it's a lesson. So at the next stage, or if you meet someone new, friendship wise, relationship wise, again whatever it may be, you can then be like, okay, cool, these are the things I need to look out for, these are the different boundaries I need to put in place, because boundaries are very important. Protecting your peace comes with boundaries, I think.
And they are hard to set.
Very.
Also, you know, you see so much of it online, like have your boundaries, have this and that. Because I'm so open, it's hard for me to set boundaries. But I do
agree.
try. I
agree.
really, you see me trying.
Yeah.
I do try. It's difficult. It's really difficult because again, when I try to set a boundary, but then I'm like, well, life is fucking short. I'm setting this boundary, and this person could die tomorrow. Really, that's an extreme. That's an extreme, but it is true.
It's not bad. I think, I know we like to say, oh, that's extreme, but it's actually not.
Yeah.
Like, anything can happen, as we said, within the split of a second.
Yeah.
So again, the only thing certain and guaranteed in life is death.
So you know, really deep down, what boundary to set, how to set it, and what the right thing
I
to
agree.
do there is for
Like,
yourself.
It's not easy to put boundaries, but if it means that you're gonna come to peace, and you're not gonna also like sometimes as well, when you put boundaries in place and it's hurting you more than it's doing, you have to really reevaluate it. Don't put it because people tell you to put that boundaries in place.
Yeah.
Put the boundary in that's gonna you're gonna feel content
It's
with
right
your
for
decision.
you. Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Everyone is different, and everyone's gonna deal with different things in different ways, so you've got to put the boundary that is best suited to you.
It's just about your mental health, isn't it, as well? Like, mental health is a massive thing. We don't go to the doctors about our brain ever, but a lot of us need to.
Section 3 of the mental health act. I'll never go an episode without saying that, because it's true.
I hate mental health.
Oh,
It's so hard. Like, I have really... You're laughing? I'm about to talk about my really, really bad anxiety. I have such bad... Stop doing that. I have such bad anxiety, and you probably wouldn't... I don't think you would think it unless you know me. You know me so well now. But when you first meet me, I just don't think you can really tell. And I'm quite a bubbly
outgoing person.
And it goes up and down because nothing is linear. So healing isn't linear. Mental health not linear. But when it's bad, it's so bad. And I'm like, I'll be in a social event and I'll be like, oh my God, really want to go home. And someone will just have to say something like, oh God, crack a smile. And you're like, oh my God, you don't know what it took to get me here. Please. I'm doing my best. But it's really, really difficult. And to be honest, there's no quick fix for that.
No, there isn't.
Get medication if that is what people feel they need, then I'm there for that, definitely. And it's like depression as well, same thing. I just think that's why also, you know, just mind your language a little bit. What you say to people, you never know what's going on in someone's head. And words, I know you're an actions girl, but words stay forever.
Yeah, they do.
Once you put that out, you can't take it back. You've said what you've said. Stand on it and be happy with it, because at the end of the day, I would so much rather be so overly nice and so overly loving, tell somebody I love them 24/7 than say something that is fucking nasty and I know is going to stick with someone. Because a lot of the time, if you think about it, if you think about things that people have said to you in the past, you're probably going to remember the bad things. The bad things probably stick out more than the good.
Yeah, it's true.
So
it's very, very true.
Take into consideration all these things. Like, mental health is not easy, and you know, I think with depression, people are around that, and it's hard for people around that also to be around it totally, definitely. But it's not a choice, is it, at the end of the day? And that person needs to get help. And if it's getting to a case where it's not easing up, or there's nothing external factors that can help, then that person, you know, really needs to have some proper help sometimes. I don't know if that's a nice way to say that.
No,
do you know what I mean?
I know what I mean. Like a proper
I don't mean like
system.
yeah.
Sometimes what you can do is limited when someone is going through those things, and like you can do your best to like signpost them to like helpful services, and things like that. You can try and be there as a friend. Do you know what I mean? Be there for your partner and everything. But I think people also need to remember that you can't force someone to do something they don't want to do. So you can only try and push them and guide them to the right place,
gently,
very gently. But you can't force them to do something, because you can actually end up Like if
making them get
if they aren't ready to do it, a lot of the times they might even turn on you and say that, you know, you're not understanding me, because they're not ready to hear it. You know, they're not ready to do what needs to be done, or they're just not in that stage. Like right now things are just a bit dark. So so you can only do so much too, and if it gets to the stage where you can't do anything further, of course be there for a friend, do whatever, but again, you've got to protect your peace, your own peace as well, because seeing someone go through that can be very damaging, especially when they're not getting the help and support that they need. That again, that leads to like addiction. Do you know what I mean? Seeing someone who's going through alcohol, drug addiction, whatever it may be, that's very difficult, very, very difficult. And like, again, you can try and help them get clean. You can try and wean them off it.
People can only truly heal themselves for themselves.
Exactly. That's actually just how far it goes, and that's the truth of the matter. And yeah, so again,
how's your mental health?
I don't know. I don't know.
You know what? If you're watching this and you do suffer with mental health, just if you've got people around you or you haven't, just try and find those gentle people that, you know, don't even really have to do anything, you know, you're around them and you feel better.
Yeah, because sometimes even with friends, you sit down and you can sit in silence, and that is it. And
I love my friends, like genuinely. I'm not talking about you. You're my bestie.
I'm ticklish, fam.
Sorry. Anyway, truly, like, you know, family stresses you out, doesn't it? Partner is also built-in friend, aren't they? But being around those people is nothing like it. I don't think, really, there's a time that I won't see a friend and leave feeling better. Even if I think, today. But...
No, it makes sense. But, yeah, check up on people as well, as we say. Always check up on people. Like, even the people who are always bubbly, check up on them, because... Well, go on. But it's true, even the people who are bubbly, check up on them, because everyone is going through their own things, and like, you know, in a friendship, in relationship, in whatever it is, don't let it just be one-sided where you're only saying your stuff. Sometimes they might not be easy to open up to, or they don't open up themselves or whatever. But just check up on them. Well, go on. But just check up on them, because everyone's going through their own crosses and burdens, and you know, you might not know it, but your presence might just be enough.
And they will tell you when they're ready, probably.
Yeah.
You'll find that 1 hour at 2:00 in the morning when they divulge. No, yeah, you're right. This is a good one. So, when you have been through traumatic situations, another really good reason to heal from them is so that you don't carry your trauma into other scenarios. We said this in like the earlier. Friendship and the dating episode. We said it even here earlier. But because what can happen is sometimes something can happen and it is very, very triggering for you, but it's actually not the way you're perceiving it, and you're perceiving it from that place when you were hurt a long time ago. We've all got wounds, and sometimes someone might do something or say something that just
triggers it,
pushes on it,
and
they're really not meaning to, or they're not aware of it, and it's definitely okay to let them know how you feel, but try and figure out if it's coming from a place of trauma or a new day-to-day feeling, which can be a bit of both. But then what happens is with trauma responses, they start to get into your head and get into your gut feelings about things.
Yeah, like you're breakdancing, fam.
And then it's really hard. It's really hard to differentiate. To differentiate, like, if something is not good, or you've got a bad feeling about a person, or it's a genuine gut feeling, because gut feelings are guardian angels.
They are.
Gut feeling for real.
Bloody hell, your gut feeling. Do listen to it, though.
Yeah.
Do listen to it. There's a lot of things with your gut feeling that you've actually just generally got to trust, because there's a reason why you might feel like something's off. Do you know what I mean? And that could be because the other person is giving off that energy subconsciously, or sometimes intentionally as well. So sometimes listen to it, because sometimes our brain or our heart or whatever kind of wants us to like look at things in a different way, but our gut feeling,
do you know what I feel
the
like?
nerves.
I feel like intuition intuition and different things come from so many different places, and trying to figure out how you really feel about something can be so hard sometimes, because you've got your heart. The heart wants what it wants. You've got your heart, and you feel your heart. That's like when you like love somebody, you feel it in your heart. And then you've got your brain, which can be really logical sometimes. Our brains, all we do is think a thought, right? So I might think a thought. I'm going to do an example here. And I might think, Annie actually thinks I'm really weird and she doesn't like me. A thought. It's not fact, it's right. I might think this. Okay, so I've told my brain that. Now, if Annie starts looking at me lopsided, if maybe I ask Annie to hang out and she says, no, not today, I can't today. Or I call her and she doesn't pick up. That is evidence for my little brain and the thought I've told my brain that, oh, Annie doesn't actually like me and Annie doesn't want to be my friend. You have to be so careful what you say to yourself and what you put in your head, because your brain's job is to find the facts and find the evidence. Even if it's not a fact for what the thought is, you've told it that, so now it's going to look for it. So if you sit in a room and you go, everybody here is better than me, and everybody here doesn't like me, and everybody here thinks I'm so weird, these are all the thoughts. I can't do this job. I'm not good enough. You're going to just look for the evidence and find the evidence of that. So you've got that going on there. Be mindful. Protect your heart. And then I think the real intuition comes from the pit of your stomach. You know, really and truly, that is where the intuition is. When you feel something that hurts, it's like a punch in the stomach. For me, it's like being poked in the heart a little bit too. But it's like, why is that funny?
Nothing.
It is. It's like right in there, you know, right the depths of your belly. So a lot resides here. The chest is kind of an unknown territory a little bit, unless you're really a heartful person. That was all I wanted to say.
Anything else?
That was it. Did you like it?
Very, genuinely fantastic.
You're going to take it on board?
No. One of the things with healing is that the way someone speaks to themselves is very important. Like the way you speak to yourself in the sense of like your brain is very, very important, because similar to what Beth has been saying, I'm not denying what he's been saying.
No, I'm just saying, you got to stick to these rules yourself.
Anyway,
Miss
the
Girl.
thing, I'm just going to ignore her for a minute. The thing I was saying is that sometimes the words that you speak to yourself, if you're actually deep how harsh your words are to yourself, you might not realize it. You could be very harsh on yourself, but if you said those words to someone, if your friend started saying all these negative things about them, you would instantly call them out and be like, don't talk about yourself that way, you're speaking to yourself so harsh, X, Y, and Z. And sometimes when you're only deep how harsh the words are when you hear someone else talking about themselves in that same way. You don't realize that the way that you've been talking to yourself and the way that you perceive yourself is so harsh and so negative, and it's not fair on yourself. You're putting yourself to a hard expectation. And so sometimes, like, don't get me wrong, I say all of this, and of course I'll still talk harsh to myself, but I've been trying, especially this year of 2025, I have been trying to say, like, I'm calling it like the year of grace, and I have been trying. Yeah, it's alright. The last couple of months have been rough. Yeah, but I have been trying to be like, listen, Annie, if things don't go your way, it's
you have right. To be fair. Yeah, you have.
I'll be like, if things don't go that way.
But you do need to be a bit nicer to yourself.
Yeah, if things don't go your way, it's alright. You know, you may not have, you know, maybe if you're like, you know, you feel bad or you feel insecure and this, it's alright. Don't beat yourself up. And just let things naturally just go by. And I think everyone needs to at least have 1 year where they call it like their year of grace, and that year to do their best to constantly try and remind themselves to just be a bit easy on themselves. As Beth said, like, we didn't ask to be here, so we can only do our very best to like make life as enjoyable as possible. People
are going to be nasty. People are not going to be nice sometimes. Don't make yourself one of them.
Facts. And don't be so harsh to yourself, because other people are going to be looking for ways to hate you. Do you know what I mean? So it's true.
Not on my watch. When it comes to this one.
Anywho. But yeah. We've also got like a few like questions that some of you guys have asked us.
Brilliant.
Okay, so the first question we've got is, to all the people healing, what the hell does support look like? People I thought were supportive are the same ones who have become my triggers now, and absolute strangers have become my support. So
That's just life, though, in general, isn't it? You know, I think it's different chapters, and again, it goes back to my energy thing. You laughed when I said it, but when you're in different places, there's going to be different people that can come along and align, and they might just align with you just for that time. Do you know what I mean? And then, you know, that's a blessing that you've been on that journey together, and then there you go, you flip back to the other people, and you know, life is just really not linear. None of your that sort of bond support system, people can surprise you.
they're saying like the people who you thought were supportive, so some people might be like, that's family members, you know. And sometimes with family, especially if they know you, or if you're constantly known as being the strong one, they might invalidate your feelings, you know, they might invalidate your experiences that you're going through. And sometimes it's easier to relate to strangers who actually don't know you like that. They don't know what you're like in your day-to-day like your day-to-day life, and they're like, actually no, because unfortunately some people, they do keep you on that same level. You know, they'll be like, okay, well, you're going through this, I'm kind of going through this, and they're like, it's whatever. But again, everyone deals through different circumstances in different ways.
Some people don't know how to help also.
Yeah, some people. So like sometimes it is better to relate sometimes to a stranger, which is why it goes back to therapy. Do you know what I mean? Therapy is such a important thing. Do you know what I mean? I know there's like, sometimes there's an ethnic stigma, whatever, in relation to going therapy. Some people, they're like, I don't want to go therapy because it's going to be on my records, you know, like my
I've heard that,
you know, what is it, GP health records, etc. Some people, they're like, it's a stigma if you go tell people that you suffer from X, Y, and Z, you know, they're not gonna want to employ you or hire you or X.
But you can go and you can have therapy, and it actually doesn't go on your record. There's so many different forms of counselling or you know, therapy sessions that aren't also through a GP. You know, they can be through a GP. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. But if that's something you're concerned about, you can go and you get the BetterHelp app and speak to somebody on there. There's so many online things that you can look at and do as well. And also, therapy is important, so you don't bombard your friends with your problems or your family. And I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. I'm sorry.
Oh, shut up. But yeah, like sometimes I know sometimes for people it's quite difficult to talk to a whole stranger. Like, you know, some people, they're like, well, there's so many factors that this stranger will not understand, they will not be able to relate to, you know, they're just going to give me quite generic advice. And therapy is not one size fits all. Sometimes you're going to need to keep on going to different therapists if you need to seek help, you know. And sometimes you'll just need to keep on. It's like window shopping. Like, you're going to need to find the therapist that actually suits you the best.
But if it's really, like, plaguing you and you don't feel well, then seek proper therapy for yourself and for your loved ones around you. Because, you know, if you do need that help, then get that help. Do it for yourself, you know.
Only if you're willing to go. Therapy as well won't help if you're not willing to actually do the work, give it a try, and actually be open.
You might surprise yourself. You might go in with an attitude where you think this isn't going to work, and it actually really might be really helpful. Talking is the best thing.
Some people in this scenario, she's basically stated that she has insecurities, she's self-sabotaging behaviors that prevent her from actually like really enjoying life. But when she tries to pinpoint the root of the insecurity and how to change it, she feels disorganized, lost, and overwhelmed. And she just wants to figure out like where to start when it comes to this healing journey. And again, I think that kind of again links back to like, if you are willing and you really do want to change and find that pinpoint, sometimes therapy can be the way. Other times it's also about taking a step back and reflecting now on where things maybe have gone wrong, like your behaviors towards it. Have you seen a constant pattern, you know? Noticing a pattern of where things tend to go a little bit left, to be like, okay, like, am I actually the problem, you know?
Also, you don't have to be the problem. You could just have been in shit times for a good while. And
have you noticed maybe it's a pattern with the type of people you're attracting? Do you know what I mean? Again, it links back to that energy that you're putting out there, that like sometimes it is like that. Of course, talking with your friends, like if you have good friends around you, you could be like, guys, what is it that you feel like I'm doing it? And also, it's before you think about other people, think about yourself. Like, what is it that you're saying to yourself? And this, like, do you feel that sometimes you're too prideful to actually do the work on yourself? Do you know what I mean? Some people might be like, well, I will never be the problem, you know? And sometimes with other cases, it's like you constantly are saying sorry for things that aren't your fault, you know? And sometimes you're not holding people accountable. That's another thing.
Also, this one will be one you can lead into. It's not a question. But if you don't remember, like, or can't, like, really fathom what has made you why you are the way you are, you know, PTSD, things like that, different traumas you've had, your brain might be trying to protect you for a reason. Things can get a little bit foggy, and I know you have experience, not yourself, with dealing with clients and different things like that have had that. And what would your advice be to you know, because the thing is, if you don't remember something that has happened to you, or you don't understand, or things are patchy and foggy, you have to be ready to also unearth that and see that then, because you know,
I think it is talking. Unfortunately, talking, whether it's reliving stuff, and like sometimes having the right person who know how to navigate and ask you the right questions,
which could be a professional person, guys, more often than not. Exactly.
Like in my field, like I have been taught, like I do it from my own when I say my own experience, it's like I've been knowing like that certain skill sets. Sometimes some people are quite good at being able to talk and actually pinpoint the root of something, and they know that there's something deeper, and they have the right skill sets to be able to ask the right questions. That's what I've been told that I'm quite good at. Like I'm able to see the bigger picture when it comes to certain things, and sometimes it's just someone who has that skill set to be able to get that information out of you. Again, if it's something that you've blocked off, then a lot of the times it will need to be a professional who's able to get this out of you.
And just be ready for that, you know.
You just gotta be open.
There's no rush.
Healing is, as you said, it's not linear.
No, and there's no rush to unearth these things sometimes, because if you're still in a really like a place of pain, just got to protect yourself a little bit there, and just actually be ready for that, because you know,
do it in your own time, and don't expect it to be you wake up for the next day and you're fine, because a lot of times it's not like that. You're gonna wake up the next day and you're like, shit, then like
this is my new reality. Now I had all these things that were foggy in my brain, and I couldn't put 2 and 2 together, and now I've got 64, and I feel like, what the hell? So that's a new thing then again to heal from. This is like the whole journey of actually doing it. And you know, we sit here, we're on the fucking
1 HP,
but you know that everybody is healing from something. Even if you look at someone and think, God, they got a good life, you don't know. You actually don't know what they're going through.
Best practice for healing anxiety. I'm gonna have to let Beth answer this.
I've already spoke about it, so I'm not gonna go into it too much. But you know, there is no quick fix for that. As I said, it's a day to day. You could have 6 months and not feel any symptoms of your anxiety, and then bam, something can either trigger it, or something could make you think those thoughts again. For me, what helps me is finding things that I love, and finding things that remind me that life can be really, really beautiful. If you let it, and if you find those things, focus on those things, you know. And also, a big thing I like to say to myself is figuring out how to ground myself in the space I'm in. Be present, be in the room you're in, be with the people that you're in, get in touch with all your senses, and just remind yourself that, you know, no matter what happens, you're going to be okay. If it's anxiety, you have a panic attack, you're going to be okay. I know they're horrible. I know they are awful. Panic attacks, there's nothing like them. And that's one of my, like, anxiety fears, because I have them horrifically when I have them. And I did have someone that was so gentle with me and so lovely with me with them. So find people like that. Find someone, friends, whoever, that is going to just understand that, hold space for it, and you know, figure out what it is for you that helps, because it's different for everybody. Like, whatever specifically works for you, just stick with that, and you'll be okay.
I agree.
You will be okay.
Seeking simple daily habits to help heal my nervous system. You can also have, like, you know, we talk about classes, like, such as, like, gym classes or whatever. If you're nervous to go around those people, or just worried, doing little things such as, like, home ones, you know, YouTube has all of these things. There's so many different, like, influencers or like
Yeah.
gym people or whatever you call them, like instructors that actually do like little home yoga 30-minute sessions, you know, all of these different things. Meditation and breathing is
I was just about to say, breathe in, regulate yourself, figure out what way you can actually calm yourself down.
They do it in like for anxiety, they do it for asthma, you know, finding the right ways to breathe. I don't know if it's that you put your knees up, if I'm correct. Like you put both your knees up, like sitting, and then just take deep breaths.
Do you know what? The amount of times I actually forget to like
breathe.
take a deep breath.
Yeah, I always say it. Take a deep breath.
She does. She tells
My
me
friends know
all
this
the
all the
time.
time. Just take a deep breath, because generally after that you kind of do regulate yourself, because sometimes your nervous system's on fire.
Yeah, and sometimes you don't realise you're actually really like shallow breathing.
Yeah, and sometimes it's just calm. It's just calmer to just.
Yeah, just sometimes I think as well when
I think
you
we
are
need
that.
to even do that together. Just to do that together. Just whoever's watching alongside. Let's just take a deep breath together. Hands together. Breathe in. Hold for 10 seconds.
10, bitch.
So we're gonna deep breath in. We're gonna hold for 5 seconds, and then we're gonna breathe out slowly. Okay.
Okay.
1, 2, 3. This is why you're stressed. This is why you're stressed 24/7. But yeah, things like that.
Oh, what I was gonna say was sometimes you just need someone to say like, "You're gonna be okay."
Yeah.
You can say that to yourself. I
You're
do it all
gonna-
the time.
Everything's gonna be alright.
Yes, bit of Bob Marley.
Singing the words.
Do you know there's certain songs that you can listen to as well that have a frequency that actually calms you?
Even going to bed, I listen to rain sounds sometimes.
yeah.
I love
It
relaxing.
is.
It's fantastic.
I've had those rain sounds.
I
too.
love the-
Could you be loved while healing, or do you have to wait till you're fixed? But I love this. I don't know what to believe. Do we need to heal first before we deserve connection, or is healing something we do with someone slowly and messily together? That's sexy.
I think it depends what it is you're bringing
yeah.
into that situation. If it's things such as like childhood trauma, some things will take a bit more time for you to heal.
Yeah.
I think it's kind of good to be a bit open and honest with your partner as well about what things you're battling internally, because at the end of the day, yes, your partner should be able to be open and honest and handle whatever trauma, like be ready to take it. But sometimes some people don't have the capacity, and you can't expect people to take on that burden and load too, just because you're going through it. And yeah,
I do think though sometimes you're gonna laugh when I say this, but sometimes you can be in the craziest situation and just be so done with love, and then somebody comes along when you're not expecting it and they're everything that you're looking for, you know. And I do think you don't have to be perfectly healed person to be in connection with someone, unless you're being harmful, you know, that's different. But you know, the person you're probably seeking connection with has also got their own things to heal from too, and how beautiful if you can be in that connection and do that together.
Yeah, and again, it all links back to communication and comprehension.
And honesty.
And not fuck your honesty, but you know, yeah, and honesty, because because if you're open and honest about what it is that you're trying to go through, like, and if you're not perfectly healed, as no one will ever be, and you vocalize that to your partner, it'll be a lot easier for you guys to go through this journey together, and for them to support you in whatever way it is that you need support. If you're hiding and you're not saying these things from your partner, then of course, unfortunately, it might cause a strain in whatever relationship you're going through. Do you know what I mean? So no one's perfect. Everyone has their own.
Hopefully you feel
things.
safe enough with that
Yeah,
person
it's
to let
about
those
being
walls
safe.
down.
And like, I'm sure your partner would also want to be there for you in whatever way that they can be. So yeah, like, you don't have to be perfectly healed per se, but at the same time, if it's affecting now how you approach a relationship, like, you can't, this is another thing, guys, very quickly, you can't come into a relationship saying because you've gone through bad experiences you're now going to treat someone like shit. Just because you've gone through trauma doesn't now mean that you should now go and take it out on someone else. No, that's when I would then say, yes, you should heal yourself before you get in there. Because if every time you know, you're upset about something or something triggers you, then take it out on your partner, and then, oh babes, I'm sorry, like, you know me, I'm just going through my trauma. That's not fair.
No,
that's not fair. And then you need some time alone.
Very naughty.
I think people need to remember that it is very important to have that time alone, to self-reflect and to do what things, so that you can then go into the situation. You can then go into the situation where you're like, cool, I'm still have my broken pieces, but at the same time,
this person loves my broken pieces.
Yeah, and I'm gonna make sure that I don't take out, like, you know, all my frustration and anger about whatever trauma I'm going through on them. They're very nice, very, very nice. I think this is going to be like our last question, but I think it's a good one to end on, because we will link this into our next kind of episodes as well.
Okay.
But the question is, do you want to read it?
No, you can read it.
How exactly did you heal your inner child? So someone says that they've been struggling with repressed emotions, traumatic upbringing has left them unable to properly process emotions, and instead they tend to escape with food, TV, music, or any other stimulation that allows them to ignore the feelings.
So distractions then.
Yeah, basically. This person is now at the age of 33, and she's starting to realize that she fears intimate relationships, so she's basically an avoidant. She tries to please people as a way of validation, and she has a strong need for affection and struggles to find her own identity. And she's gone therapy, 6 sessions in, and some people said, like, I think the therapist recommended a book, but yeah, they just said that they really struggle to find their inner child. What would you say? I don't know how to answer that, because
you know what it is. I
don't know if I've actually healed my own inner child. So it would be wild for me to give advice in relation to that. There are certain things where, for example, being a people pleaser, I think I've naturally been like that myself, to be honest and to be frank. You know, like, I do like to, that's because I like everyone around me to be happy. I want people to when they hear my name or when they say my name, they think positive things. Do you know what I mean? And that's me coming from a place of love. Yeah. But of course that has put me in stupid situations when I'm trying to please everyone, that I forget to, like, please and look after myself. But yeah, I feel like sometimes, especially if you miss a massive chunk of your childhood due to, for example, trauma and everything, which I guess sometimes I can kind of relate to, do you know what I mean? Like, I don't know, I just don't know how to answer this question.
The way to heal your inner child is think about, get a little picture of yourself, this woman or man, whomever. Yeah. Get a little picture of little you and put it somewhere you can see, whether it's in your car, like in your bathroom, on the mirror or something, and just every morning you'll look at that little person and you'll think, you know what, I'm going to do X, Y, and Z for that person. Yeah. Because when I was younger, I needed that, the person I am now. Or when I was younger, I would have loved to do this, or I would appreciate someone who X, Y, and Z. I think if you mean in terms of trauma from your childhood,
that one, unfortunately, you'll learn to grow with it. Yeah. I think as well, with, as you were now saying that, like, sometimes if you have friends, like, still doing, like, little stupid fun activities with your friends, that helps healing it, watching stuff.
It's not, life is not like 9 to 5 work,
no, it's
go
not.
home, be married with kids,
no,
you know, dinner on the table, go to bed, wake up, same thing again.
Yeah.
There's so much more to life. There's so many creative things, non-creative, you know, anything that you can do. Like, life, none of it is fucking real, really.
It's not.
I don't want to make everybody have an existential crisis, but, like,
it's true.
We're on a fucking floating rock in space.
When you're talking
a floating rock in space. Like, nothing is that serious, do you know what I mean? Do whatever you want, kiss whoever you want.
Okay, it was never that deep. I don't know why she's telling
do whatever job you want.
We're talking about healing your inner child, you're talking about kissing. Anyway, moving on very swiftly.
I'm meaning in terms of life is...
It's true, life is short. Do you know what I mean? But also, like, think about it, like, if you're now blessed to have your own children, or some people want children, some people don't. But if you have your own child now, and you're there, like, I haven't even healed my own inner child, think, as Beth said, like, think about what it is that you would have liked to be done for you.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Do that. try and do that for your child, to give them that. And by doing those things with your child, you're living through those experiences that you end up healing your inner child along the way.
Yep.
Do you know what I mean? I think that is quite important. But also, like, reflecting and being like, okay, cool. What was I gonna say? Reflecting on things to do with like yourself. Like, you know when people say, what advice would you give your younger self?
Ooh, what would you give your younger self? I'm intrigued.
I don't know. Keep it stepping.
No, really take a minute to think about that, because I want to know what you would say to your younger self.
What would you say to yourself? Because I don't have the advice to the top of my bloody head.
What would I say to my younger self? You don't have to worry so much about making everybody else happy all the time.
That's a good one.
And you deserve to be happy too.
That's a very good one. Keep doing you, because your energy will shine through.
Yeah.
And the right people will see you for who you are. That's the advice I would give my younger self. Oh my god!
You have amazing energy.
You're such a cucaracha.
I see it.
Love you.
I love you.
Looking at us, but yeah.
Will you marry me?
If you would like.
No, I don't.
Fucking bitch. But yeah, well guys, as I was saying, we do apologise again for the delay. But we're going to be on top.
We're trying to heal ourselves, guys.
We're healing ourselves, keeping ourselves, we're not going to overwork ourselves, but at the same time, we really do enjoy doing this podcast. Like, please keep on tuning in. Spread the podcast. Take it to the people. Again, sponsor Manel's big boy things.
Love you guys.
We
and
love
just
you.
remember that no matter what happens, you're always going to be okay.
Facts.
Tell people you love them.
Facts.
Don't miss any moments to make somebody smile. Don't forget how powerful you are and how much of a change you can make in somebody's life.
Facts. But also, we got some really good episodes coming up.
Keep watching,
Keep
because
watching.
this is Objection.
Overruled.